When I gave up on religion, there was such an emptiness. Because I really wanted to believe in God my whole life. I wanted to believe. Where were you? You knew I was looking for you, God. And I felt abandoned. My love for photography goes way back till about age 6, when I got my first little Kodak Instamatic. I just thought it was a wonderful way to document the world. Dad was very much a give back to the community kind of guy. My mom, her biggest quality is empathy. So growing up with that, I saw the best way to be helpful to people was also to become a priest, because I thought those were the best people in the best position to be the most helped. When I was 18, I went to the college seminary, and that was the road to the priesthood. I left there angry because we were all going through the motions of ritual. There was no authenticity. After a few years, I entered a monastery in the United States as a counselor in training, working with alcoholic priests. But again, it reinforced my disappointment with the church, because here was the big secret. Here's where all the troubled priests go. I felt everything I had believed in had been a lie. I tried Zen Buddhism. I tried Tibetan Buddhism. I went through all of the churches, and there was nothing there, nothing. And I said, we're done. By this point, I had a real edge. I was a very, very angry person. I felt the world had done me over. I noticed that was reflected in my photography. There were less and less people in the pictures and more buildings and objects. As a psychology professor, as a counseling professor, my mission was accomplished if my student could leave that class and had learned how to think for themselves and not just to take in what they're being sold. I had a thing about organizations lying to people. You know, I'd been a student of all sorts of learnings, but there was always something missing.
When Tom asked me to study with him, I did feel intimidated, because here you had a man who was a professional in the secular world. He was a teacher at college, a psychologist. So to me, that was a challenge.
I had a big old notebook of questions, and he sat beside me, and he said, so you have some questions? And I said, yep, here we go. So how does your organization handle child sexual abuse? How does the money work? What's the check and balance? Where's the transparency? And what I noticed, what he always did, he answered them from Scripture. This was revolutionary in my mind, because these were not just some institution's views or some individual's views, but this was the very authority of God. You know, studying the Bible changed my life for the better, completely. I love the diversity of the congregation. I'm learning so much about how we're all the same. I have a lot more pictures of people. When people lose hope, they've lost everything. And by studying the Bible, you learn why there is suffering, why people die. You learn that this whole world is not spiraling out of control. By coming to have a real personal relationship with the Supreme Sovereign of the universe, it gives you hope. I love what I'm still learning. I learn every day. And that's the difference. I have confidence in what I'm learning, confidence that it's the truth.